So Heidi, you're from Mongolia. Could you talk a little bit about what high school is like in Mongolia?
Oh, sure. In Mongolia, we don't have a elementary school, secondary school, or high school divided into three parts, but we have from first grade until 12th grade in one school. So we don't really call them like high school or secondary school or elementary school. And for the high school, like from the 8th grade until 12th grade, well, they study what is, other students study in different countries. But nowadays, they're focusing on more like English studies or different language studies.
Well, how long is a typical like class? Like, do you have, let's say, 6 classes a day? Each class is 1 hour.
Oh yeah, we start the school at 8 in the morning until 1 in the noon, and we have about 6 classes a day, and each class have like 45 minutes. So we finish at 1.
Okay, and then what do you do in the afternoon?
We go back.
You go home?
Yes, because in Mongolia we have 2 parts. In the morning, the high school students go to the school, and from 1:30 the elementary school students go to the school. So we share one class to 2 classes.
Oh, so you split the school?
Yes.
So the teachers sometimes have to teach both levels?
Yes.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah.
So when you go home, do you have family there waiting, or do usually both parents work?
In Mongolia, the mother and father, they usually work. And when I finish my school, I just go back and make my own food. Because in Mongolia, mother's work is not to like stay at home or like doing housework. Kids are like taught to clean up the home and cook the food and like wash their clothes, and that's their work. And usually the mothers don't do that kind of things.
Oh, so the children have to do all that work.
Yes.
Yeah, actually it's quite similar, I think, in the U.S., pretty much. So what about your study load? Do you have a really heavy study load? Like, do you have, 2 hours of homework a night, or...
It really depends on the schools, but for me, like, I was studying in an international school, so I had to study quite hard to get the level still. So for me, I studied after school. I rather study at night, so I studied like 3 or 4 hours at night. So that's my study habit.
That's a lot.
Not really compared to other students.
So, Heidi, I was talking with my friend, and he actually lives in Mongolia now, and he says it's a great place. He recommended that I go there. So, if I go to Mongolia, what season is the best season to go?
Fall.
In the fall?
Yes, because in the fall we have a celebration called Nadam, and that's the best time to go. And you get to see horse racing and archery and wrestling. And so many tourists come to Mongolia on that time.
Okay. Now, in your city, what is one food I should definitely try?
Oh, well, I would say hoshor.
Horseshoe?
Yeah, hoshor.
Wow, horseshoe.
Yes, and everyone loves it, and for me, I love it too. It looks like dumpling but fried, and it's more bigger, and inside it's meat.
So it's like a dumpling, and then inside it's meat.
Yes.
Okay. So the outside, the dumpling part, is it like bread, or is it like...
It's a flour, yeah.
Like a flour-based?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mongolia is quite famous for meat, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what is probably the most popular meat?
Beef.
Beef.
Yes.
So not chicken, not fish.
We don't really eat chicken, and we don't eat fish. Well, we have a river fish. It's like really delicious, but then we don't have sea, so seafood is not popular at all.
So people mainly eat beef.
Yes.
Okay. So when I'm there in your country, what place should I go to? Like, what should I see?
Probably better go to the countryside, because if you go to Ulaanbaatar, it's just the same as other cities around the world. But the countryside is whole different world, and countryside where you can see the Mongolian tent and horses, like nomadic places, like where people live in the outside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the best place for foreigners to go.
And is there anything I should buy? Like, what would be a good souvenir or gift from your country?
Well, like in these department stores, they have a sections for Mongolian traditional, like, gifts and stuffs. So probably you can get the tent, small tent.
A little tent?
Yeah. And then if you open the door, you can actually see all the furniture inside it. So it's kind of interesting.
Wow, like a little dollhouse.
Yes.
Okay, well, sounds good. I hope to go. Mariel, you are from Finland?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I am.
What city are you from?
I live in a city called Espoo, which is right next to Helsinki, but I was born in the center of Finland in a place called Jyväskylä.
Right in the middle?
Yeah, pretty much right in the middle.
So is that way out in nature in the forest, or is it a big city?
It's a reasonable sized city, maybe the 5th largest in Finland, but it is a very natural place still. It's surrounded by lakes and forests and lots of cliffs and really beautiful scenery. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah. I love it there. I go back there every year to visit my hometown.
Now, does your family still live in your hometown?
No, they live down south near Helsinki.
Okay. Is that common? Everybody moves to the big city?
Pretty much, yeah. Especially young people. They want to get jobs and go to schools in near Helsinki. Yeah.
Now, is Finland part of the European Union?
Yes, it is, since 1995.
Okay. So because it's part of the European Union, do a lot of young people decide to leave Finland and go live in other countries?
The Finnish young people are actually very outgoing, and they're very interested in foreign cultures. So a lot of people take a year or two just to travel, just to see the world, visit some places. And yeah, a lot of people go out to other countries to study as well. Yep, mainly Europe, but also a lot of my friends, for example, went to India for 6 months, or to South America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
But because you're in the European Union, you can go live in France or Germany or Spain if you want, correct?
Yeah, it's very easy. Just go.
But do most Finnish people prefer to stay in Finland, or do a lot of people like to move to warmer climates?
Finnish people are very patriotic. We really love our country. We like to visit other places, but I think even if we live abroad for a long time, most people always come back to Finland. I think especially if they want to have a family, because Finland is a very safe place, and it's very good to raise your kids in Finland.
That sounds like a nice place.
Yeah, I think so. You should come and visit.
Oh, I'd love to. Before, musicians, like you said, used to wear ripped jeans with big holes or rips in them.
Oh yeah, that was in the 80s.
Okay, maybe that was my generation. So that's not popular anymore?
Some people like to wear ripped jeans, yeah, still. But mainly the rips are quite neat. So they're usually ripped a little bit around the pockets, or around the cuffs. You know, the bottom part of the jeans?
Oh, okay, yeah. That sounds like designer jeans maybe then. Like, are they specifically made just for that style?
Well, yeah, actually, quite often the jeans you buy in the store are already ripped or already worn, so they look like they're old, but they're brand new.
But designer jeans can be really expensive, right?
Oh, they can be very expensive. But people are willing to pay the money because they're designer jeans. They're cool.
Well, how much do you pay for jeans?
Oh, I can pay up to 120 euros for jeans.
120 euros?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, yeah, especially because I'm a student. But I'm willing to put the money into it if the jeans fit very well.
Just lastly about jeans, these days there's many different colors.
Mm-hmm.
You have the light blue jeans or the darker blue jeans. Which colors do you like to wear?
That depends on the time of the year, actually. In the summer, I like to wear light blue jeans, and then in the winter, I sometimes wear black jeans or really dark blue jeans.
Oh, that's interesting. So you change the color by season?
Yeah. Generally, I think I wear more darker clothes in the winter.
Well, just offhand, how many jeans do you think you have? How many pairs do you have at home?
I think I have about 8 or 9 pairs.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, but actually I use only 2 pairs of them.
Your favorites?
Yeah, my favorite jeans. And they're baggy.
Okay, thanks, Marielle.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Now, Marielle, what kind of clothes do you love to wear?
Oh, my favorite clothing is jeans, for sure.
Okay, so you then are the jeans expert.
I could be. What would you like to know?
Okay, well, there's so many kinds of jeans now, and it's a bit confusing. So, what is trendy or popular right now?
Oh, right now? You see different kinds of trends. But I think tight jeans and baggy jeans are very popular.
Okay, wow, that's quite a difference.
It's a contrast, yeah.
Okay, let's start with the baggy jeans.
Okay.
First of all, who likes to wear baggy jeans?
I think baggy jeans go with the hip-hop kind of style. Also, skateboarders really like to wear baggy jeans. People who like to feel relaxed and move around a lot are usually baggy jean fans.
What about you? Do you like to wear baggy jeans?
Oh, those are my favorite kind of jeans.
Your favorite?
Yeah, I love to wear baggy jeans.
Why is that?
It's just that they're so easy to wear and so relaxed, and I can just do whatever I want in baggy jeans, I feel.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, then what about tight jeans?
Tight jeans, to me they're very uncomfortable, but a lot of girls like to wear them.
Now, usually only girls wear tight jeans?
Oh, some guys do as well. Again, those people are usually very trendy, and it's quite often that punk people and rock people wear tight jeans.
Oh, okay.
Now, Vivian, do you mind me asking how old you are?
I was 80 years old on November 3rd, 2004.
Wow, 80. What does it feel like to be 80?
It's a little inconvenient because my mind didn't turn 80, but my body did. And I find that sometimes my mind follows my body too. And it's hard to be as quick as I used to be. And I always want to do more now than I am able to do. I can't do what I used to do when I was younger.
Oh, that's disappointing and probably a little frustrating.
Very frustrating, especially when you have been active all of your life and all of a sudden things have slowed down to where you can't do all those running around, flying around tasks that you used to be able to do in a morning. Sometimes it takes me 2 days to get everything accomplished.
Well, those are definite disadvantages to getting older. Are there any advantages? Can you give us some hope?
Yes, there is hope. You have reached an age where you understand where you have been. I'm very fortunate that I lived in the 1900s. I was born in 1924. I saw the airplane invented. I saw the beginning of penicillin. I saw the medication for polio, which stopped it in its tracks. I saw so many things. World War II, I was married in World War II, and my husband went overseas for 2 years during that time. And my first 2 years of marriage was by letters. So it's a good time. 80, you look back on all those things, and you're glad to be part of it, and you begin to understand the changes that are taking place just as they took place when you were young. But you don't come to that realization until you become old. You don't become wiser, you just become more knowledgeable.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. So, Vivian, you have grandchildren.
I have 2 lovely granddaughters.
What's it like being a grandma?
It is a second chance on life because when you're raising children as a young person, you get caught up in the daily world. But with grandchildren, it's all fun. I don't have to do this or I don't have to do that. And when I get tired, I can send them home to their parents.
Ah, right. That's the best part, right? So what else is different about being a mother versus being a grandmother?
Being a mother, you are totally responsible for your child. You are trying to raise them the best you know how to raise them, and you're young, and everything that you do, you know that will be picked up by your child. But when you have grandchildren, that duty is up to their parents, so I don't feel that I have to really teach them anything. I have to continue the teaching of their parents.
Ah, so you get to do all the fun stuff now that you're a grandma.
Yes, it really is fun. They take you by the hand and take you to the store and point out everything in the world that Mom and Dad will not give them. And it really costs you a lot of money sometimes unless you do put your foot down and say no.
So being a grandma is more expensive than being a parent?
Absolutely, but it's a lot more fun because at this stage of life you have a little bit more money than you had when you were raising your child.
I see. That's great. I understand you recently rode a train from Milwaukee to Minneapolis. Was this the first time you ever rode a train?
No, I have been on a train many times as a young person, but recently, in the past 3 or 4 years, I have ridden the train again several times. There was a period of time in my life that I did not ride the train. and I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it.
How is it different riding the train now than it was back when you were younger?
When I was younger, they had a different set of train people. Back then, you weren't served meals at your seat. You had, if they had a dining car, you could go into the dining car and eat. But some trains, especially on short distances, like when I lived in Chaffee, Missouri, it was halfway between Memphis and St. Louis. Those were short routes, and they did not have dining cars. On this trip that we just got back from yesterday, we were in the lower car because it's a handicapped car. My sister is handicapped, and they brought us a menu, and they brought us a full dinner, including salad and dessert and coffee or tea, whatever we would like to drink.
How is the food on the train? Is it better than plain food?
Oh, much better. Much better. It was just fixed. The chefs did a fantastic job, and I understand that it is cooked on the train. It may not be all cooked on the train, but it certainly is prepared, and the salads are prepared on the train so that you don't get these packaged food tastes.
Oh, that sounds fun, though.
Oh, it was great fun. We enjoyed every minute of it.
Good.
Okay, Kawabe,
Hi.
can you tell us about your English success story?
English success story.
Yeah.
It's not a success story, but I can tell how I learned. Okay, first of all, I don't think I learned English as a foreign language because I loved to listen to music, especially rock and roll when I was a teenager. So when you love music, you become like you want to sing with it. So you memorize the whole lyrics and stuff, and so to me it was like just a hobby. It was like it was just a fun purely. It was a pure fun for me. So I didn't think I studied.
That's great. So did you listen without reading the words, the lyrics, or did you just listen and read the lyrics at the same time?
Both.
Both,
yeah. And sometimes I see the words which I don't understand, so I look up the dictionary and check the meaning, and the things are always like this. Okay?
So did you do anything else besides music?
What else? Yeah, the movie. Movie. Like, yeah, I love to. One of my favorite movies is the Blues Brothers, because that movie is interesting. First of all, that funny, one of the funniest movie, and great comedy in the history, I think. And that movie was famous for its music, right? That movie's soundtrack is great, and I have the CD in my room. And then
you have it in your room?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, I do. And so I saw that movie so many times. I don't remember how many times I saw that. And like, when you after the repetition, watching the same movie so many times, you memorize the whole words and sentence. What John Belushi was saying, what Dan Aykroyd was saying. So it was a great study, I think, for me.
Wow, that's a great...
But at that time, I don't think that was study,
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
So you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Well, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Okay, Kevin, I hear that you're from Wales.
Yes, I'm from Wales.
Okay, and you're really into rugby?
Yeah, I love rugby. In Wales, everybody plays rugby. In primary school, in junior high school, and high school, we play rugby. And when I was in high school, everybody in my school had to play rugby. All the boys had to play rugby, and it's our national sport.
Okay. Do you still play now?
I played about 5 years ago. I played in Japan, in Kobe. The club was called Kobe Regatta Club. And they were very strong. And yeah, but in this country you play on sand, but in Wales you play on grass, so it's a lot easier to play rugby in Wales.
Okay. What's the best thing about rugby?
Violence. It's very good because you can run and you can hit somebody and you don't go to jail for doing it. So it's the same as if you've been to America. It's the same as American football. So it's very strong, and when you practice you become stronger, your body becomes stronger, and it's just fun playing rugby.
Have you ever broken a bone or?
I've broken my nose. I've had about 10 stitches in my bottom lip. I've broken a finger, but that's not too bad. Many of my friends have broken their legs and knees and had problems, but
ouch,
not too bad for me.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Kevin.
Thank you.